The little fartlets, and then you turn and turn and spin and turn, and then you da 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 fartlets.
Hey everybody, and welcome to a very special post-season of BB20 show with Rachel. We're going to get to all of your guys' questions that you have for Rachel, but first let me let you know a few quick things. If you guys missed any of our past shows with people like, oh my goodness, Caitlin was on Scotty the other day, all the Houseguests that we've already had on, they're all over at yourrealityrecaps.com/BB20. You can also read the blogs, get flashback times from important stuff that you guys missed during the season, read the blogs, our shows, it's all over there is my point. And so is all of our other reality TV content, because we do more than just Big Brother 20. Now, of course, you guys are here on You Now, so make sure you become a fan so that you're alerted every time we go live. Like I said, we are live every single night of the week talking reality TV. Become a fan here. It's free. You'll get alerted every time we go live. You can leave stuff in the chat room that way. And for those of you asking, tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern is going to be Haley. And, oh my god, I'm so excited for you all to stop tweeting me. Tuesday is finally Tyler and Angela. So I will tweet out that promo for you guys after this show. So become a fan here so you're alerted for all of that. If you want to help support our shows, consider becoming a patron at yourrealityrecaps.com/patron. You get access to the patron-only Facebook group, prize giveaways, shows just for patrons, and of course the after shows like the one we're doing with Rachel right after this show. Or you could always do a one-time donation at yourrealityrecaps.com/PayPal. I feel like an announcer. Oh, I'm sorry, I forget this all the time too. Lastly, for real, #1 fan on this show is winning a Skype call with Rachel, so that is going to be so much fun. Eric, can you please do us all a favor, shut up, and bring on Rachel? No problem. Here she is. It's Rachel! Rachel, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I am doing wonderful. I mean, honestly, I am a little bit confused.
Yeah.
I am definitely having, like, a problem that I feel like you're the only one who can help me solve.
Well, let me help you.
My problem is, what the hell is wrong with Angela? Oh, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there, Rachel.
Oh, I'm sure we will.
We're gonna get to all of the questions. You guys can start leaving them in the chat room. Of course, you can tweet me them with hashtag YRRLive. Let everybody know that we are live right now. Square, megaphone, up arrow. Go ahead, share the show so that you guys can let everyone know that we're live with Rachel and start leaving your questions. I do want to jump right into just that moment because I know that's going to be one of the questions that we get the most for you is about what that was like in that moment, not really realizing what is going on with Angela.
Oh my gosh. When I got evicted?
Right. When you here's your moment. When you were kind of like, remember, I think it was her goodbye message to you.
Yeah.
It was very much like you felt blindsided, like, why is she leaving me this message?
Yeah. In the moment, I was just so confused because I felt like we had a very genuine friendship, and I guess it was like, you're already evicting me, like you're already, you know, dashing my dreams of $500,000. Like it's already hurts enough. Why make me hurt even more? You know, it really sucked, you know, because I'm a very, like, I love my friends to death, so it just hurt.
Now, I think a lot of us saw, like, during the live show, kind of at the end, like, you and Angela went right to each other.
Yeah.
So, what are things, I don't mean in a bad way, in case people missed that part. I meant, like, it looked like you guys went right to each other. I think you guys hugged. So, what is it like now? Like, did you guys have your moment to talk through that? Is it all good now?
So, when I was on stage with her, she mouthed to me on the other side. She said, I can explain.
Okay.
And when she came up to me, she still thought that Tyler actually threw her name out, like in a negative way.
Right.
She's like, it's all Tyler's fault. Like, I didn't know that he was, coming after me. And I was like, wait, no, he's not. She still didn't know at that point what was going on.
Right.
But she apologized to me. She said she was sorry, and that she felt bad, and that we actually were friends. I mean, this is the point. I mean, she's just getting out the house. She hasn't seen anything, whatever. But we were fine. We picked up right where we left off. Then I went over to her house, and I met her mom and her brother. So that was fun, and they were lovely, lovely people because we're all from South Carolina. So that means we're freaking awesome.
Right.
So met them, and then went to Vegas, and I hung out with her there as much as I could. And yeah, so I mean, we are friends. So hopefully our friendship continues to blossom outside of the house. But I know she's very busy right now with being.
So it's all good. My point is, we don't need Twitter to fight this battle on your guys' behalf. Everything is good. All right. I do love it. I love it. You got this question a lot. I'm going to take it from Lost and King Cruised, who wants to know, did Jackie, now we had Jackie on the show earlier in the season because she was like, Eric, I know. So did Jackie from BB17 give you any tips on adjusting to your life after the show?
Yeah, Jackie has been extremely helpful. She's been calling me nonstop and trying to make sure I'm okay because she knows how it is outside of the house. Jackie has been a godsend, honestly, before and after the house, just being able to prepare me on like what to expect and all that jazz. And I have a funny thing to say, or so everybody knows.
Right.
I was a Big Brother fan for a very long time, and I was living with Jackie's best friend at the time. I was sitting on my couch watching Big Brother, and my friend comes down the stairs and she goes, "Oh, my friend Jackie's on that show." And I go, "What?" I was like, I have to meet her and I have to be friends with her. And so when the show ended, Jackie came over to our house, and that's basically how we became friends.
Oh, I love it. I love it because you and Jackie were both like Vegas girls, right? You were both like working in Vegas at the time.
For sure.
I love it. You didn't work in the same place she worked, did you?
No, but in this town, everybody crossed paths so many times doing special events and gigs that, well, it was crazy that our paths never crossed before.
Right. No, I just think it was funny because I knew that Jackie worked in Vegas, and then I went and checked into my hotel, and all of a sudden, there's Jackie. And she's like, "Hey, Eric." And I was like, "Wait, you work here?"
Oh my God.
So it was very funny. I thought it would have been funny if you worked there too.
At the Cosmo.
At the Cosmo.
That's right, when she worked at the Cosmo.
Right. ZZ wants to know, after watching Bailey's Lie, can you understand, though, why Angela and Casey would have wanted to vote you out now?
Yes, I can. I mean, the thing is, in that house, loyalty is the biggest thing. And they really thought I had turned on them. Mm-hmm. So I do understand their side for voting me out. I can't fault them. They're amazing game players. They're amazing people. For me to hold a grudge, or for me to like be like, "Oh, how could you?" Like, I could never do that just because we had such a genuine friendship. I wish I could have experienced more of that in the house with them. But I do understand now why they voted me out.
And I mean, I don't know how much of this that you have seen, but, Tyler, as part of his strategy, which I don't think we've seen done in a long time or ever really in Big Brother, kind of encourage people to leave mean messages, like mean goodbye messages, which I have to say, I can't believe other people haven't thought of that as like a strategy before.
I know. When I saw that back, I was like, oh my God, because he told me for Caitlin's goodbye message, he told me he left this nasty goodbye message to her. And when I watched it back, I saw that he didn't. And I was like, that motherfucker. I was like, He lied to me about that.
It was definitely a strategy we have not seen so far.
Very smart. It was a very smart strategy.
I see a lot of people are saying, do you have any plans to reunite with level 6? It's just me is currently asking, like, will you guys do any sort of a level 6 meet and greet, or is there anything in the works, or just the Sunday dinner?
I would love for a level 6 meet and greet to happen. Unfortunately, nothing has been turning right now with that. I'm hoping something does turn with it. So shout out to anybody watching right now who wants to do a level 6 meet and greet. Get us all there. We would love to be there. I know everybody's kind of in their own worlds because, like, I mean, Tyler and Angela, I'm sure have a lot going on with them and what's going on with their future and, you know, doing a lot of publicity stuff. And, you know, Casey won, and then it's just me, Brett, and Winston just over here and the bros. And, like, I know that the bros have a meet and greet coming up in Canada.
Interesting. I actually, speaking of the bros, I see that Winston is in the chat, and he has a question for Rachel, and he says, hey, Rachel, do you remember when you farted in the blue room and ruined all of our night's sleep?
Winston! Oh my God. Yes, I remember. How could I ever forget? And I'm sure no one else will ever forget either. So embarrassing.
And I just have to say, congratulations on finding the chat room, Winston. Now, could you find my DMs so we can schedule your show? Thanks, Winston. So Destinies wants to know, do you take any credit in how successful level 6 were? And did a Casey win feel like a win for you and for all of level 6? So I guess let's start with the first part of our question. Do you take credit for being part of level 6 and it being successful? I don't know why you're delaying, because your answer should be yes.
1,000. Yeah. No, 1,000%.
Okay.
I 1,000% I contributed to level 6. It's funny because it was me, Brett, Winston, and Angela were the first 4 to link up. Mm-hmm. Winston kind of went after Tyler, and I brought in Casey. But what I didn't know at the time was Tyler and Casey had already made a final 2 together before level 6 was even formed. So they already wanted to work together. So by me bringing in Casey and Winston bringing in Tyler, that's how we formed level 6.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, we were all doing our part in that house. I mean, I was schmoozing with the other side 24/7. I mean, I was just being nice and sweet, and lovable and funny and cute and just not really talking much, just being like just fun and stupid and goofy like I normally am.
I mean, I think all of us as live feed watchers didn't really understand how you kind of ended up becoming a target. I mean, I know that it was kind of blamed on like, oh, Rachel's acting crazy this week, and Rachel, you know, like she could be a loose cannon for us and stuff, but do you think that that was just an excuse on their part, or do you think that there was anything else behind them, you know, kind of wanting to go after you? Because it didn't really seem to make sense to us that much.
I think it just was after I flipped out about Tyler. From what I saw, I was like, everybody still wanted to keep me. And mm-hmm. then I think when I just got so upset and and then when I freaked out about Tyler, they were just like, all right, get her out. Like, I don't know. I just wish, you know, Angela would have pulled me aside and talked to me about it. You know, she would have been like, hey, girl, like, I just want you to know, like, you're kind of acting a bit crazy, like, tone it down. Which, I mean, actually, they did. I actually did tone it down after the Tyler thing. I was like, all right, I need to chill. And so, like, I literally didn't talk. I didn't do anything. Like, I was just being, like, mute the whole time. And then I wasn't even campaigning for myself. Like, the worst.
Well, I will say, Lily C. Bailey says, Rachel, I loved you. I wish you wouldn't have volunteered to go on the block. It would have been JC. Do you feel like it wouldn't have been JC if that wouldn't have happened?
Oh God, yes. So let me go back to the whole volunteering on the block.
Okay.
Okay. So I had talked to Bailey the night before, and she had said that she wanted to put me up as pawn, and I told her, no, completely not. I do not want to go on the block.
Mm-hmm.
The next day, and it was just so confusing because then she said she wanted to backdoor Scotty.
Right.
And so I was like, and kind of in my head, I was like, oh, that'd be kind of funny to sit next to Scotty and he gets evicted because I wanted him out so bad.
Right.
And then when I was in the room with her and she told me about her power app, I was like, oh my God. And then it was just like my head just like kind of got like morphed. And I was like, well, I mean, I guess. I was like, I guess. And then right after I said it, I was like, wait, no. I was like, I don't want to go on the block. I don't want to go on the block. And then I gave her that one window of opportunity. And I feel like that's why I went on the block. And honestly, I do feel like JC would have gone up instead of.
All right, so then speaking of JC, Debbie Sue wants to know, do you feel like JC was a part of level 6, or no, he was just someone that was used by level 6?
He was, I love JC to death, but he was used by level 6.
I'm sure JC will say he was also using level 6. I'm sure he will say that too.
Thinks he thinks that he was running the whole thing, but unfortunately he wasn't.
Well, sometimes the edit sure did make it seem that way.
I know the edit did. You know, and I give credit to JC. I love him to death. Like, he played a great game. Like, he was working it. He was working all sides of the house, and but we always knew what was going on because he would tell us, but he didn't know what was going on with us.
Right.
He thought he did.
Right.
So
I mean, what I think JC did brilliantly was I think JC did a great job of like balancing the power so that the target was never on him. And I think that is a very hard thing to do in that house, that he could always just shift the focus from level 6 to the hive, from level 6 to the hive, and yet nobody wanted to go after him until it got kind of way later in the game. Yeah. So he definitely that was a brilliant game plan on his part as far as that went. Adrian wants to know, Adrian Z7166, and you got this question a ton, including me screaming at the screen.
Oh God.
Rachel, why didn't you expose level 6 when you were walking out the door?
Oh my God, so funny. Okay, so at that moment,
right,
I still did not believe my alliance had voted me out in that moment.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why I didn't click together, because I knew that they had the votes. Like, we always had the votes every week. I don't know why it didn't click for me. And they were so good at hiding it from me. They were so good at hiding the fact that they were voting me out. And so when I got voted out, I mean, I had said, like, when I got off stage, I was like, you should have freaking exposed them. And they're lucky. I told Casey this. I was like, you are so freaking lucky that you did not tell me, because I would have exposed all of y'all. I would have been like, alliance, level 6. Like, I would have freaking gone off. But I'm kind of happy I didn't, because it doesn't matter. They probably wouldn't have believed me anyway. So
yeah, they probably wouldn't have. I mean, you gave the best. I mean, I don't know if you love them or hate them, but it's like some of your reactions this season, the gifts that were made, kind of like when Brett was throwing you under the bus during his speech at that point in the game. Some of them were just, it was like, gulp. Or like, what's going on? Which I know that must suck for you, but hopefully, suck for you to have to rewatch them again, but hopefully later on you'll be like, I have great gifts to reply to all my friends with.
Yes, I mean, the gifts are honestly one of the best parts of coming out of the house.
Yeah, I'm sure.
All of mine, they're all amazing. I want more.
Julia Rosenhang wants to know, Rachel, was there anybody that you would have been in a showmance with in the house?
Oh my God. I initially was attracted to Winston. That was it was funny. That was me and Angela. We both were like, Winston, like, we were into him. unfortunately, my focus on winning the game and playing the game was so strong that I didn't want to like mess it up with getting in a showmance with somebody.
Right. Well,
and that's why Angela and Tyler, I believe, waited so long to connect, because they both were playing so hard and so well. Like me and Angela were both like, we're not getting a showmance. Like we all were like, we're not getting a showmances. We don't want a showmance. Like we're working together. Like, but yeah. So I mean.
Well, Rachel, if you just give me 1 minute. Winston, if you're still in the chat room. How are things? You did get this. You got it. Oh my gosh, you got it from so many people. I apologize, but want to know, what is the relationship like with you and Winston? Because people are saying they're seeing you two hang out a lot. So what are things like with you and Winston? Are you just friends?
So we're just friends, but I will say that being pre-jury and, you know, we were in the same alliance, like we have a bond that is going to last a lifetime. And who knows what could happen outside the house. I mean, we're both in totally different places.
Right.
But I love Winston so much. So
if you had to pick a bro, you're going Winston.
For sure.
That works out great for me because I'm picking Brett.
Because you would pick Brett?
Yeah, or Brent, whatever we want to call him.
Brett, whichever.
Whichever. Yes, that is who we are picking. Kim J wants to know, what did you think? Did you think that Caitlin and Tyler were like more involved in the strategy of things that were going on within level 6, or did you not think that Caitlin was really involved in a lot of the, you know, decision making that happened in the game?
Yeah, no, Caitlin was never involved in the decision making. It was all Tyler and level 6. I mean, I knew what was going on the whole time. Like Tyler would relay back to us what he was doing and saying to Caitlin, and then we would just get the information. So, no, Caitlin wasn't involved in the decision making in level 6.
Interesting. Okay, Adrian wants to know, would you go back and play again, knowing what you know now?
Yes, 1000% I would go back. I mean, I am a bit traumatized, I won't lie still, but just a little bit, just because it was bittersweet for me to leave the house because I love the game so much. But I love it so much that I'm crazy enough to go back again.
So we've seen in like other series or seasons or other countries was the word I was looking for, versions of Big Brother, where sometimes they will bring people back and make them play as duos.
Yes.
If you had to go back and play the game connected to any one person, meaning if one of you gets nominated, you're both nominated. If your partner leaves, you're leaving too. Who would you want to play the game connected to? It doesn't even need to be anybody from your current season. It can be any Big Brother player.
Ooh, Brittany Haynes.
Oh my god, I love that answer.
I know. We would be freaking hilarious together.
She's my fave. She's
my favorite.
Okay, good. I love her.
Yeah.
And you know we're going to see her in Amazing Race soon.
I know. I'm so excited.
Okay, people are saying, what about someone from this season? If you had to pick somebody from your cast, who would you pick?
Casey.
Okay.
She already won.
Right, true. Could you just imagine Casey in other countries? Let's go!
Let's go! You know what my line was going to be? I don't know if you ever heard, but I was like, you better go!
Yeah, you better go. Ed Rizzo said, is asking, so we heard about how instrumental Jackie was and stuff for you exiting the house. What was one specific bit of advice that she gave you before you went into the house? Was there anything good she told you before you went in the house?
What did she tell me? She told me not to talk about past house guests, like in a negative light.
Oh, that is a good one.
Yeah, and if you watch back on my feeds, I didn't talk about any past house guests. I was like, I ain't opening my mouth. I ain't trying to get in trouble.
Very smart, very smart. Destinies wants to know, if Brett and Angela were final two, who would have gotten your vote and why?
If I was in the jury and I hadn't been screwed over by Angela?
Sure. Whatever scenario that you think got you there, but in the end, it's Brett and Angela. Who are you? Really? You're going to give the vote to Angela?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. I feel like, yeah, I guess I would have too. I guess I would have too. Not that anyone cares what I would have done. Is there any house guest, Annie wants to know, is there any house guest that you feel you wouldn't keep in, contact with now that the season is over? Or do you want to maintain like friendships with everybody?
I mean, I would maintain a friendship with everybody, but I mean, the thing is our lives are so busy right now and everybody's trying to, capitalize on their time on the show, and everybody's very busy. So yeah, there's some people I have their numbers and there's some people I don't have their numbers, but I support and love all my house guests. I have a love and a passion for Big Brother that goes, whatever happened in the house, whatever happens outside the house, like I don't care. Like my love for this show and for my castmates will be forever.
Now, a lot of people, I'm going to take this question from Jackie B. She wants to know a controversial moment on the feeds was JC kind of said that he asked you if you were transgender. And a lot of people really did take offense to that. Have you and JC talked about that moment? And I will say, I do now notice that I've asked it. JC's in the chat room.
Okay. No, actually, I don't think we've talked about it. I think he said something to me one time. He was like, I don't even remember what he said to me. He was probably joking and kidding around. Like I take everything that JC says and I'm just like, that's JC.
Right.
Like, I don't sit there and I'm not offended by anything. Like I mean, he asked me that, whatever, who cares?
So again, nobody needs to be angry about this anymore because Rachel and JC are fine with it.
Yeah, get over it, guys. It's in the past. We're fine.
Perfect. SDG Tour Girl wants to know, what did you think of the Swaggy proposal? We didn't get to hear about it from anyone else. I don't know what that means, but what did you think of the Swaggy proposal? And
what did I think? Well, I was upset because it took time away from the rest of us, and we all wanted to speak. We all, or at least two of us, I mean, I don't know, we just all wanted to have a moment to talk, and I felt like that overshadowed it. I will say that, I mean, if they're in love and that's something that, that he wanted to do at that moment, then I wish them the best of luck. And what I thought of it was I was upset because I wasn't able to speak and have time, and I felt like I didn't get a lot of camera time or airtime at all. But I'm happy for them and wish them the best.
Right. And I think people don't understand that both things can exist. Because, yes, the general consensus, I think, of a lot of fans were they didn't really feel it was fair to pre-jury to use all the pre-jury time, on that. So it makes sense that, yes, you can be happy for them, but also be upset that you didn't get a chance to talk. I mean, I will say, I don't understand why we couldn't have just slapped on another half hour to that finale. We needed
another half hour there because Julie was cutting off the talking.
Correct. We didn't have enough time for speeches. We didn't get to see what you guys as pre-jury thought. We didn't get reactions to stuff. Like, I just wanted to see Fessie's reaction live to watching a fun little montage of JC calling him a big dumb puppet. That's what we needed on finale.
Where were the montages?
Yeah, where are our montages? Not that I don't love Bailey and Swaggy, and great. I hope that they are super happy and all that stuff, but I'm still bummed that I feel like, why couldn't we have had the other stuff too?
I know, I agree.
I don't know. Hammock1412 wants to know, Rachel, how do you feel now about, or have you heard, that Brett was always talking about you on the feeds after you left?
Yes. Oh, how did I feel about it?
Yeah. How did you feel about it when it was happening, and have you guys talked about it?
Um, when it was happening, I was pissed and I wanted to literally jump through the computer. Or I wanted to go up to the freaking house and I wanted to walk in and be like, stop, get my freaking name out of your mouth. Like, I think like I have a very, my sense of humor is sometimes I guess people take seriously. I don't know. Like, I'm just like, I can have a kind of vulgar sense of humor. I can be, I don't know. I'm a Vegas performer. I mean, I've grown up in the entertainment industry. So I felt like he took a lot of things that I said, like I was being serious and I wasn't. So, but yeah, I was pissed off when he was doing it. I tweeted about it one time, got really pissed. I would call Winston and I would be like, I'm so upset, da 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 da. Afterwards, it was awkward actually because he rode in the car with me back to Vegas and I hardly spoke because I was, I was just like still upset. But I don't know, we partied, we had a good time in Vegas and we're fine now. I actually FaceTimed him the other day, so.
Okay, so you are talking now, because I don't like that. You spent a whole like 4-hour car ride together and you guys didn't talk about it?
No, I mean, here's the thing. I know that people are living in their moment and they're happy. And I guess I didn't want to like, I don't know. He didn't care enough to talk about it. And so I was like, whatever, I'm not going to bring it up and act like I cared.
Rachel, you're important too.
I know.
And your feelings matter.
About feelings more.
Well, now I just don't want Winston to go tell Brett, but I have something I'm going to talk to Brett about on this show. I'm going to nail Brett down. First, I'm going to say, hi, Brett. Welcome to the show. Take your shirt off. Number 2, let's start with questions.
Exactly. And I give it to Brett. He's got a nice body.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, we saw. We saw. Robert K. wants to know, did you guys have any idea that Fessy and Haley were in a showman's, or do you think they did a good job of hiding it?
No, they didn't do a good job of hiding it. I mean, a little bit, I guess. I'll give them a little bit of credit. But we all knew they were in a showman's. There was one time I actually saw them in the bathroom, like holding hands and like kissing. So I was like, showman's, clearly. But yeah, I mean, they did try to make it act like they weren't, but we all knew.
All right. Schickler in the chat wants to know, which house guest would you have backstabbed out of level 6? So let's say you all made it as level 6 to the point to the final 6, and now Rachel is HOH and she's got to make a move. Who is she going for in level 6?
If it's all 6 of us?
If it's all 6 of you.
Either Brett and Winston or Brett and Tyler.
That's probably exactly what I think would be I think that would have been the move. That would have been the move.
Yeah, sure.
Senile Old Broad wants to know, level 6 didn't like Rockstar. Now, see, I can give Senile Old Broad a little bit of shit here because I do love when people ask. I like when people ask questions, but like they state a fact in the question, so it's not a question. So basically, my point is, I'm gonna change it for Senile Old Broad. Do you think that level 6 didn't like Rockstar? And how do you feel about Rockstar now?
I haven't talked to Rockstar at all outside of the house. Why level 6 didn't like Rockstar? From the moment that we came into the house, I mean, I honestly didn't get a good vibe with her when we initially came in the house. And she was in my she was in my finals. And I remember seeing her across the way, and I remember trying to make eye contact with her and like smiling. Like, so I did that with everybody. Like, I'd be like, hey, like, and then she wouldn't smile at me. She kind of gave me a little bit of a cold shoulder, I felt like, in the house. And then, I don't know, I just didn't get a good vibe initially. And so it just, I don't know, that's what it started. And then she was, I don't know, I think it comes from, I don't know, I don't talk too much, but a little bit of an insecurity, you know? Okay. She has maybe a little bit of insecurity with like Angela, and I don't know, but I don't know. But I love Rockstar. We actually got to talk in the house, and I think she's a great person. And I just think we all started off on the wrong foot.
Okay. I want to take a question from It's Just Me wants to know, is there anything that you miss about being in the Big Brother house? And she says she loves you. So is there anything that you miss from being in the Big Brother house?
Okay, I just miss being with everybody. And I miss being with like, well, level 6 in particular, and like JC and Caitlin. I just miss having them near me.
Right. Okay. All right. I want to go back for 1 second, because like when we were talking about finale, Whitney T asked, do you think that there would have been any way for Tyler to sway the jury if he had more time for his speeches? So do you think if given more time, Tyler could have made a case to the jury that would have gotten him the win?
You know, I don't really know. I thought he did a good job of apologizing and kind of, you know, just being humble and being like, I'm so sorry I did this to you. This is why I had to do it to you. I thought it was like some of his goodbye messages that I was like, I thought he could have orchestrated a little better. Right. But overall with his speeches and stuff, yeah, it sucked that he kept getting cut off. But sorry. But yeah, I don't think that there is anything more he could have done. I thought he did a great job.
Okay. Courtney J wants to know, you seem to have a great relationship with Sam in the house. A lot of us have, or I don't think any of us have heard from Sam post-season. Have you spoken with Sam? Is Sam doing okay? Do you have a Sam update, I guess is the question.
Okay. Not a lot. But I did try to reach out to her on Instagram. Her personal account, and she didn't respond. And then her friend that was running her fan account, I spoke to her, and she said that Sam is taking a hiatus from social media right now.
Oh, yes, she is taking a hiatus from social media. All right, well, Sam, I hope Sam is doing well. I also wanted to grab this other question, since we were being a little bit hard on JC a minute ago, and it is also from Old Broad. But she says, Rachel, did you know that your eviction was very hard on JC? And I will say, oh God, was JC? JC was just on 2 days ago. He did say on this show that you were the person he missed the most in the house after you left. So did you know how hard that your eviction was on JC? Yes,
I do. I mean, I would get tagged and stuff all the time, like him talking about me, like him and Casey in particular were always talking about me, saying they missed me. So yeah, I know it was hard on him, and I love him so much.
Okay. I want to take another question. I'm going to take this one from chat. Kim J said, what was your reaction when you watched the Tangela love story play out on the feeds?
I wasn't surprised, to be honest with you. I remember like day 2 or 3, or like Angela saying something to me about Tyler. She was like, I think Tyler's really cute. She's like, he needs to stop or something like that. And I was like, oh, okay. And I don't know. I wasn't surprised. I mean, in that house, like, and they both, I knew it because I talked to her, and she told me it was when like they like used the vetoes on each other. So in that house, when you use a veto on somebody, I mean, like, it's just your bond forms so, like, you just get so tight. So I was not surprised.
Okay. Sweet Pea over on Twitter wants to know, who was the first person you called when you got your phone back?
Well, I called my mom and my dad when I got evicted. So my parents.
Your parents, okay. I also see Skell28 wants to know, who would you have voted for if you were in jury? So not the fictional ones that happened. Who would you have voted for if you had the chance to vote between Tyler and Casey?
Yeah, and I got this question in the backyard too. I would have voted for Casey. Casey played a very similar game like the one that I wanted to play. So very loyal and very low key at first, and then she came out hitting in the end. And I thought Tyler played a great game too, but Casey would have gotten my vote.
Oh, we didn't know you had a dog. What kind of dog do you have?
The Maltese. It's Charlie. When I went, Charlie.
Yeah. My dog's name's Charlie too, and isn't Caitlin's dog named Charlie too? Like, how many of you have dogs named Charlie?
Angela's dog is named Charlie.
Angela's dog is named Charlie. Oh no, Angela's dog is named Charlie. Caitlin has the same type of dog as I have. What kind of dog is yours?
Yes. Can I go get my charger real quick?
Go. You run and go get your charger. Where you're going getting your charger, I'm going to have a chat with the chat room and let everybody know. Guys, again, if you missed it, Haley is going to be on tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern. Tyler and Angela will be on Tuesday starting at 7 p.m. Eastern. I will say, I just talked to Tyler moments before this show. I'm not actually sure if we're doing it where we do like Tyler for an hour and then Angela for an hour, and then maybe we'll go in the patron group for the after show with both of them, or it's just going to be Tyler and then just be Angela next day. All right, let's go back. Rachel is back with a doggy.
Hey!
What kind of doggy is that?
This is a Maltese.
It is a Maltese.
This is Charlie.
Hi, Charlie. Hey. You're adorable.
He's like, what's up, guys?
I love dogs. See, here's my theory, Rachel. There's no such thing as a bad dog person. If you own a dog, it is impossible for you to be a bad human being.
No, I agree. And then when people don't like dogs, then I question you.
I agree with that completely as well.
Yeah.
Since I accidentally threw it up anyway, I will even let you can even yell at him if you want to with his question. But David Thielen over on Twitter said, Rachel, did you ever get the hang of changing your clothes wearing a towel?
Oh, did I not do a good job of it?
I'm pretty sure you I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm not really paying attention to that, Rachel. I need to tell you.
I was like, I'm used to changing my clothes. So, or having to change my clothes fast and, like, covering up and stuff. So,
because Vegas showgirl.
Yes, exactly.
I will say this, too. I was going to save it for the end, but I don't want to forget. I saw Retro Mama in the chat room asked, where can people see you perform in Vegas?
So currently right now, I'm waiting to find out if I'm going to go back into Tony and Tina's wedding, which is at Bally's inside Buca de Beppo. So hopefully you'll see me there soon. But other than that, I gig around town a lot. So I never know where I'm going to be. Like yesterday not yesterday, the day before, I was working in the Bellagio. And then this week I'm working the G2E convention, which is a gaming convention, as a live host dealer. So. Oh,
fun. I love that. I love hearing that. I ate at Bupa de Peppo for the first time like 2 weeks ago, or as I like to call it, because I never knew how to say it. I
don't either. You see, I didn't even freaking know how to say it.
I'm just like, I had a it was good. So Cal Mari wants to know, the Yell app was one of the funnier moments from this season. What was it like for you going through that, being yelled at nonstop?
You know what? In the house, it was broken up pretty well. Mm-hmm. Like, it wasn't like as constant as the editing showed on TV. So it was hilarious. I mean, at first I was so scared it was going to be like mean and they were actually going to expose my game, and I was like crying and I was like so upset and overreacting. And then when it actually like started to happen, I was like, oh no, this is fun.
It was. We loved it.
I loved it. Susie, except for the one at night. That one sucked.
Oh, that was the funniest one.
Oh my God, that one was horrible. And then that scene of me with like drinking the coffee, I tried to go back to bed and I couldn't. So I got up and I went and made a pot of coffee, and then they brought him out again.
Oh my God. And he was Granny too, right? It was the same.
Yeah, he was Granny.
He does everything, I think. That same guy does all of the,
yeah,
I feel like Big Brother stuff.
Funny thing too, though, is I actually am friends with someone who, her husband's a wrestler and works with him.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I saw my girlfriend and she was like, oh, like we know him. And I was like, oh my gosh, this world is so small.
Interesting. Susie A says, Rachel, number one, I have to tell you that I did love your singing voice. It was amazing. But, oh my God, you kept giving us fish. Anyway, I still love you.
Sorry, guys. I can't stop. It's just me.
It's just Rachel. Was there, you got this question from a lot of people too. Was there anything that you were shocked to find out when you got out of the house that happened like while you were in the house? So was there any, I knew you weren't in as, you know, that long, but was there anything that happened outside of the house that when you found out about, you were really shocked to find out?
I was shocked to find out that Steve was a police officer.
Okay.
I didn't know that. And then, yeah, and then Brett's job, I was shocked to find out about that. Just like people's lying about their professions and stuff. That was like the thing I was most shocked about. I mean, nothing else really, like looking back on it was I don't know. I don't think so.
Anything from the real world?
Was there anything from the real world I was shocked about?
Yeah. I feel like it was so long ago, I can't even remember what real world. I can't
remember what was going on. I feel like something happened and I was like, what? But I can't remember what it is.
Okay. Now, of course, I'm sure you have gotten this question a ton. I would say this is probably your most asked question from people. What was it that made you want to tell people about the Power App, tell people about the Power App, and going back, would you have done it any differently?
I only told Angela.
Right.
I didn't tell anybody else.
True. You did only tell Angela. Yeah,
I told Angela because I wanted her to know we were safe.
Right.
I wanted her to know that, because Bailey really wanted to be on the right side of the house. Like she wanted to know what was going on. And she knew that my side knew what was going on. And, you know, and I did trust Bailey. I knew that she wanted to like work with us. So I was like, this is a nice person to have in our back pocket. So I wanted Angela to know because she was my final two. And I relayed any information to her and she relayed any information to me. Going back, I probably wouldn't have, just because I think that Tyler not using the veto had something to do with the Power App.
Okay.
I think that he didn't want to. I don't know for sure. I haven't asked him, but I think that, and I was tagged and stuff on Twitter, but I think that him finding out that Bailey had that power, he didn't want to screw himself in the next week. And so I think that had something to do with him not using the veto.
Okay. Rachel, oh goodness, I think this question was from Jackie, says, not your Jackie in the chat says, Rachel, I love you, and what did you think of Tyler's mist in the house? Why do you feel that everybody was so, snowed by him?
Tyler is a very unassuming person. You just, like, I remember there being multiple times, like, hearing from, like, one time I was sitting in the have-not room with Rockstar, and he was like, yeah, like, Tyler cornered me in the bathroom and was like, you know, I don't have anybody now, like, Caitlin's gone, and I just really need people, and I just really want you to be my friend. Like, he just played the victim card so well.
Right.
So that was a big reason why Bailey didn't put him on the block.
Interesting.
Because Bailey wanted to put up Brett and Tyler.
Right. It could have played out. I mean, that's the thing about Big Brother. If one thing changes, the ripple effect that could have. I mean, what if Sam would have went after Tyler and instead everything could have been so different in this game. I wish that sci-fi was real and we could take the alternate timelines thing to see like the other ways things played out.
Yeah.
But we can't.
Same here.
Because we live in reality. Winks89 wants to know, were you ever going to flip on level 6 and actually work with Bailey after the Tyler-Angela miscommunication with Bailey? So would you have ever worked with Bailey over level 6?
No, I was never going to work with Bailey over level 6. Bailey was just someone, in particular, me and Casey were trying to get her on our side. Just we were pitting the other side against each other. So we fortunately, like, me and Bailey and Casey were in the Have Not room together, like for the whole week before her HOH, which is why I was so confident I wasn't going to go on the blog, because we had really formed a bond. And when Swaggy left, I went up to Bailey and I was like, I'm here for you if you ever need one. And she came up to me and she was like, you were the only person that did that. So I really felt like me and Bailey had a very, very, very strong connection.
Okay. BB Boston wants to know, do you think that the hacker app was too much power? And if so, what would you have changed about it?
I did think it was a little too much power, but I mean, Big Brother needed to throw in a twist, and I thought it was a pretty good twist. I mean, it definitely shook it up. It shook up the game, and it completely changed the week that Haley was HOH. Like, that whole week would have gone so differently. Angela would have been evicted. So it could have played. We wouldn't have had Tangela. It wouldn't have been a love story. Like, I mean, it's crazy. Think about the hacker. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was actually pretty good.
Okay, perfect. You froze for a second, but we recovered. We recovered it.
Okay.
Okay, let me ask you these because, first of all, wait, actually, let me say this to everybody first, because I can't even believe this, Rachel. We have, like, less than 10 minutes left.
No.
Yes. I mean, I will, if you want to stay on a little bit longer, I will try and, you do have a lot of questions left still. So
yeah, I mean, I'm fine to stay on longer.
All right, so then we'll go through more of your questions. So keep them coming in the chat, everyone. Of course, you can hashtag me with them with YRR Live, but I'm still going to use this moment to remind everybody, become a fan now so that you get alerted every time we go live again. We are live every night of the week. Tomorrow is Haley. Tuesday is Tyler. #1 fan on this show before it ends, which is going to be soon, is going to win a Skype call with Rachel. #1 fan is currently Becca. Who's going to steal it from Becca? Okay, so let me take some of these questions that you're getting from a ton of your fans. #1, favorite comp. Was there a comp that you loved playing in, and is there a comp that you wish you would have got to play in that you didn't?
Oh, that I loved playing in. I'm trying to think back to, like, the ones that I did in the house. I loved playing the showman's one.
Okay, that was a fun one.
And because I was good at it. And that one was so much fun. It was like my first competition I really got to play. And so I shouldn't have gone as hard as I did on it, but whatever. I got evicted anyways. And then one that I wish I'd played in. I wanted to be in the hide and go veto.
Hide and go veto would have. Where would you have hit it?
Well, I found out now that they told me you couldn't hide it under carpet, but I was going to hide it under the rug in the pink room, like the carpet. I was going to, like, literally move the bed, lift up the carpet, and put it right in the middle. And I was like, but they told them they couldn't do that, but they did that.
Yeah, on other seasons. Yeah.
So I was like, I would have been pissed if they had said that to me, because that would have totally messed up where I was going to hide mine. I would have had to really have thought about it again.
But wait, but now I'm thinking, wasn't it this season where was it last season where the person...
It was last season.
Put it under the rug, and then they broke
the living room.
Yeah, and they broke the stuff on the table and whatever.
Yeah, that's like that. But that person won. So that's why I was like, that's why I was going to do it.
Interesting. Would you ever want to be on Survivor?
Oh, probably. I mean, never say never, but I don't think I'd be very good at Survivor.
You don't think you would be? I don't think I would be good at surviving on Survivor either. Now, what about where Jackie got her start from, Amazing Race? Would you ever do Amazing Race?
Yes, I wish I had a duo partner, but I would totally do Amazing Race.
And then who would you want to do it with?
Well, I would go with either KC or Caitlin.
KC or Caitlin? I think no offense to KC, because I love KC, but I kind of needed to be you and Caitlin. Because I think
Me
that would...
would be ridiculous.
It would. It definitely would. And then, of course, lastly, what people want to know is now we're seeing this trend, it seems, where the challenge on MTV is scooping up all the Big Brother people. Would you ever want to be... You would do it?
Oh my gosh, yes. That's like the one that I would... That's like my biggest one that I would do.
Really?
Yeah.
I would be afraid I'd like lose a limb, drown, get run over by a train. Like those competitions are. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying for me, it's terrifying.
Well, I know they're no joke. They're no joke. I would be a little scared, but I mean, I think I could handle it.
Okay. Wink89 wants to know, did you ever know Tyler had a power app? Or did you ever expect that Tyler was the person with the power app?
No, I had no clue that he had the power app. I was freaking so pissed when I found out because a part of me freaking out, another reason why I was freaking out was because I thought Scotty or JC had the power. And I'm scared that if like me or Brett came down off the block and one of them went up, like we would be screwed. So I was flipping out about that too. That was a part of the reason I was flipping out. So if he had just been like, "Hey Rachel, like I have power up," but I understand like why he didn't. But I wish he had told us.
Okay. Courtney wants to know, who was your favorite past house guest that you got to meet in Vegas?
Let me think right now that I've gotten to meet in Vegas. I mean, it was cool to meet Rachel Riley because, I mean, we're both Rachels. We're both from Vegas. And, yeah, that was really cool to meet Rachel. And I met Brendan, too. So that was really cool.
Who's Brendan? I only know him as Brennan.
Oh, my God. Brennan.
Brennan.
No one gets between me and my man.
Isn't Rachel the best in person? I feel like people don't like Rachel don't get what she's really like in real life and in person, but she's one of the best.
She's so sweet. So sweet.
Zingbot3K wants to know, Rachel, what superhero would you want to be for Comic-Con?
What superhero would I want to be?
If you could be a superhero.
Wonder Woman.
Okay, Wonder Woman, I like it. Jackie Knows wants to know, have any house guests asked you to help get them jobs in Vegas?
No one's asked me. No one's asked me. If anything, people are just like asking for advice on like what to do next or how to do this or how to do that, but no one's asked me for like jobs in Vegas.
Okay. Nat2091 and a whole bunch of other numbers wants to know, who would you have taken to the final two if you could have taken anyone you wanted in the game all the way? Who would you have brought to the final two?
I would have brought Angela.
Oh, you would have brought Angela. Love it. I would have loved.
She was my final two, and I knew that she rubbed people wrong from the start. I knew with her personality and people not understanding her, like I understood her, but a lot of people didn't understand her. So I was like, I think that could work to my advantage being next to her.
Jackie B wants to know, Rachel, did you think that Sam was not winning comps on purpose while you were in the game?
I just don't think she cared anymore. Like, I mean, I don't know why I didn't really understand her reasoning for winning the tree comp. And she was like, because I can control who goes home. And I was like, but you want that person out. So then, like, if they have a chance to come back in the game, like, that's not good for you. Right. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
I didn't understand that.
Speaking of comics, Yanisa wants to know, Rachel, did you like your BB comic illustration?
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was awesome. I mean, I'm a dinosaur. Ooh.
Is that what it was? I was going to say, I can't even remember what yours was.
Yeah, I was a dinosaur. I was the twerking dinosaur.
The twerking dinosaur. All right. Why? Because they're trying to say that you're old?
No, like, I have no idea. I can't even remember what it...
Twerking dinosaur. Okay, I don't get it. Some of them are stupid. Sorry. Ooh, I'm gonna save BB Princesses for. I'm gonna save that one for a minute. I'm gonna take a question from what was the craziest rumor that you heard after you got off the show? Was there anything that you were like, oh, this is the craziest thing that I'm hearing now that I've gotten out of the house?
Like people in the house?
Yeah, people in the house.
Craziest rumor. I honestly can't think of anything right now.
Okay,
I don't know.
No crazy rumors. All right, I want to take I'm going to take this question from our town.
Okay.
He wants to know, is there anything that you learned about yourself before you, or when you came out of the house that you didn't know about yourself before you went in the game? So is there any, like, life lesson or just thing that you learned about yourself coming out of this Big Brother experience that you didn't know before it started?
I learned that I'm a lot stronger than I think I am.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can honestly be very self-deprecating, and like I can really I can just get very emotional and very like sad like a lot. But I realized that life isn't as bad as I think it is sometimes. So that's what I've learned.
Oh, well, good. I think that is a good thing to learn. So I'm happy that that is something that you learned. I have a very important question. And I think if there's anybody, it is a performer like you I can put on the spot with it. It's from Priceless One. Any guesses what she wants to know?
What's wrong with Angela?
No.
Oh.
She wants to know, can Rachel please sing a snippet of Little Fartlets?
Oh my gosh.
Wait, hold. Do you remember it?
Hold on.
Because here, I'm giving you full screen for it.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Should I back up?
Mm-mm.
Okay,
You're perfect. You're perfect.
All right. My name is Rachel and I'm here to say it's a very special Fartlet day with you. With you. Because we're the little fartlets. The little fartlets. The little fartlets, the little fartlets, and then you turn and turn and spin and turn, and then you fartlets.
Love Little Fartlets. I have to say, there was only a few moments during the season that I cracked up laughing, and Little Fartlets, because that's what I do in my real life. I don't know why I just like go through and sing things all the time, but when you and Caitlin both started doing that, I was like, that is exactly what I would be doing.
I know. Oh my God, the little fartlets. Wasn't me.
Everybody, wasn't me. That was my
or
favorite
me.
part.
Swear.
All right. All right, speaking of full screen, let's just do this, because obviously, Rachel, you have tons and tons of fans that are here in this show who love you. So for starters, before we wrap it up, I want to give you full screen again to just have your moment. You can say whatever you want to say to all of the people who are here supporting you, your fans. So the floor is yours, Rachel.
To my fans, I want to thank you guys so much for supporting me and being there for me and tweeting me and Instagramming me. You guys are what make the show. You guys are awesome. And especially, you know what, if you're having a bad day, you guys can lift us up for sure. Your encouraging words, your spirit, everything. I love all of you so much, and continue to support, and hopefully my journey will be going on. I'll be doing a lot of stuff, and I can't wait to share all of that with you. So stay tuned, and I hope to be giving you, a lot more moments and a lot more memories, and this isn't the last you're going to see this face on TV.
And it's not the last that people can keep seeing your face after this show. So let's let people know, where do you want them to follow you on social media?
Follow me on Instagram, which is at Rachel Swindler. Okay. And then clearly on Twitter, Rachie Swin, and and my Facebook, Rachel Swindler.
Okay, so there's not like one that you prefer over another. I don't know.
I prefer Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah.
Instagram is the one.
Twitter can get a little mean sometimes.
Twitter does get a little mean. And I have to just say, because I saw a lot of people in chat also asking, are you going to keep making YouTube videos?
Yeah, I mean, I did my like swipe up the other day for people to follow me on YouTube. It's definitely something that I want to do. I just have to figure out a camera and editing and how I'm going to do all that. I have a lot of contacts out here that I'm sure can help me. So
perfect.
Yeah.
All right. I want to say congratulations to Becca. You are the #1 fan, Becca. Way to go, Becca.
Go, Becca.
Again, everybody, I will be live again tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Different time. It's only 6 p.m. on the weekends. So 7 p.m. tomorrow night with Haley. Make sure you guys become a fan so that you don't miss that. Rachel and I are going to go head over now to the patron group to do a patron after show. Where I'm gonna ask you the real question. We're gonna go have fun over in the patron group with the patrons. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, everyone in You Now. We will see you guys later. Bye for now, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.